So he's taken to York Dungeon. Questioning. York Dungeon is such an infernal hole of finely calculated cruelty that upon our first entering I knew my hellish vision had come to pass and found a perfect home from home in this pit of footsteps, drips and shrieks, clanging doors and rattling keys. Where the darkest wanderings of inquiring minds become manifest, and the human body and eternal spirit are put to inhuman tests, against the vices spawned by fevered incubus. What makes a Renaissance man? What will break him swiftly or slowly? What will turn him into an animal, vegetable, or a quivering river pouring liquid? Time itself is the sharpest barb. It hooks and twists and hoists you up high, dangling the stretched frame on the way that struck our door in preparation for its public display once the spark of life has fled through the broken husk. I have learned to close my ears to all but echoes of my pulse, stop my mind from registering what my eyes settle upon, and give myself over to a nothingness carried on the breath. But these meditations cannot last all day or night, and rumours pass on soft bat wings. The King's Examiner has arrived in the city. It is said he has a keen taste for blood. His name and me a whisper, John Abrice. Some say he is a demon loosed from hell, dressed in a coat of human skin, one who needs never shout, but whose speech is a soft caress that leaves a nasty sting. A patient man, list maker, wheedler, lie detector, adept at extracting the desired answer, a man with Baphomet reclining in each pupil, who will sip on shrieks and chew the groans of each anointment in the rites of torment, a man with royal license to use all the means he can devise by all kinds of tortures and otherwise, to enforce the suspect, to declare the whole and plain truth of all things. Steeling myself, I await his summons. 3 times did I meet John Abrice, a short, thick badger of a man with darksome underground eyes, broad hands, stubby digits, with finely manicured nails, a well-trimmed russet beard, which, as he spoke, he would gently stroke like a familiar with his index finger from nose downward across his lips to trace the cross shape of his cleft chin. I saw no wild demon dancing in his gaze. This man was all formality, calculated yet courteous, with a clearly set duty to perform. I feared John Uprise was all too human. At either side sat Mr. Tregonwell and Mr. Lay, bound to assist him in the King's inquiries. First examination, they sit at the table, each with papers arranged, quills and ink pots. I am strapped into the stretching chair by the hands of another who I do not see, but under John's direction feel his work acutely. Rice confirms my name, age and place of birth, then inquires, had I wed one Ursula Sonthiel, now known as a witch and as a prophetess? I answer, yes, I am Ursula's husband, and Lear and Tregonwell scribble notes on parchment. John Uprise asks, where has your wife fled? Admit to committing treason in word or deed? What do you know of Peacock, Merryweather, Timewell, Staveley and Edmund? Can you confirm the Cistercian is Roger Hartlepool? Are you acquainted with a friar called Robert Esh? Stir the country, and those pinned up on the parish church doors. Who was responsible for distributing copies of the outlawed Mold War prophecy? What have you heard of the new teaching and the old, and what complaints, and from whom did they come? The ringleaders of the Richmond commotions, the Barnard Castle riots, and the most treasonous insurrections against their loyal sovereign. What are your opinions on the matter of supremacy? What is your belief concerning purgatory? What names do you know of the women who sallied forth at night to cut down their husbands' bodies from the crown's gibbets to bury them unlawfully in consecrated ground? Are you guilty of the crime of carving sacred images for the purposes of idolatry? How deep is your involvement in attempting to establish an heretical cult around the worship of one such icon? When was the last time you crept to the cross? Have you participated in a black fast against King Henry? What do you know of the ritual baptism of a cockerel? Do you keep 3 bees under a stone and call them forth by name to feed them with drops of blood? What do you know of the manufacture of flying ointment made chiefly from the fat of boiled children? Just get away.
So, if you want to know how, you have to buy the book. Thank you very much for listening to us tonight. It was a long haul. But some brilliant musicians.
Yeah.
Kev Howard.
Yeah.